Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Torb Draws. I continue to have my companions here.
Hello. Fuck.
Hi.
Don't say that in the first 7 seconds.
It was fuck, I counted. I fucking counted.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
We're good, we're in the green.
Okay, excellent. I'll choose to believe that. I'll count it in the actual editor. So it'll be...
Yeah, you'll see. I use
You'll
my
see.
fingers. I use my fingers.
You'll
pretty
see.
confident.
Yeah, great.
Is it actually in the terms of service that it
I don't know. I heard somebody fucking talking about it.
can't say the
We
F
are
word in the
swearing
first
a
5
lot more than
seconds?
we were like 30 seconds ago.
Hey, look, I have changed my
Cameras
behavior. Not at
That's
all.
fair. It feels empowering now that we can do
Mhm. You hear that, YouTube CEO?
it.
I don't know.
They're the one who lets you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, thanks for letting me say the F word, Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, I've been such a good boy.
It's more like disempowering. Unless you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Fucking eat out of the hand of Big Google.
It's true. Just working on some more figure drawing. Trying to build up the skills. Did you end up doodling anything so far in the 1 hour or so in that we're at?
Yeah. Nothing, Nothing good.
Nothing for the audience.
Yeah.
Rip Reno.
Crumbs for you again.
Shit happens.
I found kind of an interesting pose for ref, which I'm just noodling because
Ooh.
it's weird.
Yeah, what kind of pose is that?
I can just send it. I don't know. I think it's some like lady. I think she's throwing like a javelin, but you can't see javelin.
Yeah.
She's already throwing it.
That might be
It's
the
very
next one I
action-y
draw.
pose. I give it to you.
Yep.
Travel
Oh.
is hard because traveling is just fucking boring. You're just going somewhere. You have to have like a caravan's a good idea, and then that's about it.
Here's why it's boring in D&D, okay? You can't see what's happening in D&D, and unless the fucking DM is like an autismo who goes hiking and also writes books about hiking, you're not going to see it as a player.
Hiking.
Yeah? Am I disconnected?
No.
Okay. So it's like...
I was just about to check my fucking internet. Think that might be Aussie land internet.
Oh yeah, it sounds like he's DC'd. Rip. Yeah, so that's
He has
why.
tiny ears.
So that's why it's boring.
Oh, there he goes.
Huh?
He's back.
Welcome back.
Hello. What was the last thing you heard me say?
Hiking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can climb a mountain and see the sunset, and I can tell myself that I could just see this without sorting my balls off by YouTube the video.
Very true.
Well, it's not the same. Look, I like walking around.
It's
stuff.
very similar. It's pixel perfect.
Yeah, but you don't get the like perspective, so it's flattened for the
I
camera.
have a VR headset. Now what?
Well, at that point, yeah. And you're just like not getting exercise.
Yeah. I don't enjoy the exercise.
Exercise sucks.
It does, but I enjoy walking. I think like actually traveling somewhere probably wouldn't be that boring unless you're on a wagon.
Modern traveling is sitting in a car, driving, which is somewhat engaging because you could die if you like swerve.
Yeah, but okay, but
and sitting on a plane.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if you drive for a long time, you start getting that thing where you're like you just zone the fuck out, and you're like, wow, I don't remember literally anything I've done for like the last 20 minutes.
Well, that happens with walking too.
Yeah, but walking, you're not in charge of like a fucking 2-ton object that's going 80 miles per hour or whatever.
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. If if I unironically was like traveling with a group of buddies, like fucking walking for 2 weeks, that'd probably be interesting. Probably be fun.
All right.
Maybe.
You just get really tired, and then you're like, God, this sucks.
Oh, that'd feel good.
I think I did that, but the playing a game where you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't get to like experience
I can
it.
just walk with my friends.
Well, here's the thing: people were going nuts over Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
It's because it kind of emulates it a little bit. See cool stuff like that.
Yeah. I played it for like a little bit, and there was a part where I had to travel for a bit, and it was really boring, so I stopped playing it.
Oh. Well, I haven't
Go
played the game.
east, and I walked east for like 10 minutes. It wasn't there, and I was like, oh, it's boring.
You're like, east where?
I don't know. I kind of like doing it.
I knew where to go.
I kind of like doing it in Maryland when I played Maryland.
There's sometimes I really like fucking wandering around in video games, and other times I really fucking hate one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have a rhyme or reason for it. Why when I like it and when I don't like it.
Interesting appearance of locations.
Yeah, it's probably just like how much you get sucked into something. Because I mean, like, I don't know. I remember getting sucked into like a lot of stuff, but at the same time, there's always some things you see and you're like, I kind of know what that is about, and I do not care and don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, makes sense.
But like, I don't know. It's like the fucking thing from Skyrim when you go through that whole thing in like the depths, and then you touch the orb. It goes, a new hand has touched the beacon. You're like,
no, good stuff. I think I never got that quest. Thankfully,
I did it. It's just really funny. I don't know. It's just very silly.
Yeah, it is.
Right. BRB. Toilet break.
Toilet break, yeah. But I don't know. Then you go all over there, and then you get the shit ass sword.
Yeah, sort of crappiness. Could you imagine if there was like actually haunted, deadly crypts that were just around in real life?
Yeah, they're called meth houses.
Yeah, but okay, like, those are other people. That's like a PvP zone. I'm talking about like ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting.
Like truly abandoned places where it's just like some monster lives there. Everyone knows about it. Everyone just avoids it.
Yep.
I guess the U.S. government would like kill the ghosts, right?
I guess. That's the thing with ghosts is, can you kill them?
Well, Skyrim ghosts can. I'm thinking of like Merlin's.
Yeah.
Like part of the fun of Merlin travel was like you wander around and you see like a shithole like door in the side of a hill. You go in.
Yeah, you go in, and there's like trolls and ghosts and goblins. And...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if the U.S. government would let like troll holes exist.
No, I don't think they would. I mean, at least if you're gonna like transplant like U.S. government like 1-for-1 or whatever. But the thing is like in Morrowind and like fantasy universe, I always figured that it's just like the government literally doesn't have like the resources or the infrastructure set up to like actually do that kind of stuff.
Is that the reason why?
I mean, at least it makes some sense. Like in their capital city, if there was the fucking like trolls in the sewers, they would get dealt with.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But there's just like out like somewhere kind of in the middle of nowhere, like 3 miles off the side of the road on a trade route that gets used every once in a while. Like who and there's you got to keep in mind that like especially in fantasy universes, there's nowhere near as many people.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess like
an incredibly populated undead, like fantasy medieval city is like 100,000.
Yeah, if it was like undead, that was the problem. Like a crypt with like ghosts in it. Like I'm pretty sure it'd just be like common sense that you just don't go in.
Yeah.
Like why would the government bother sending like knights to clear it out and risk their lives, or just spend their time when you could just like have a peasant like erect a sign that says caution, there be ghosts here, do not go into this place, dumbass.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, and then it's like problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
No reason to mess around with ghosts. Right? And if some dumbass gets themselves killed, well, shit, sucks for them. They can join the ghosts.
We told you about the ghosts.
Right?
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Fuck, there'd be so many teenagers just fucking dying to ghosts. Be like the one problem. Make it where maybe the fantasy government would want to deal with it. Like, these fucking teens keep daring each other to go into the haunted mines. Just keep dying.
See, then you might have to do something.
Well, that would happen, right?
Probably.
I have no idea. I don't know, what's your opinion, Pink? If there was real haunted, dangerous locations that kill people who enter, would teens dare each other to go in?
What do teens do that kills them today?
Drive too fast.
Fentanyl.
Drugs.
Yeah. Drugs.
I guess there's not that many teens that are like daring each other to wander into bear caves, right?
I mean, there's also just not that many bear caves. How many teens have access to bear caves?
Yeah, so you think they would if they were like a couple miles out
I don't know
town.
if it's like guaranteed, but I'm saying if like every fucking town had like 3 bear caves around there, there would be a significantly higher chance that somebody would be like, dude, let's go to the fucking bear caves.
Yeah. The bear caves. You could just say that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you
it's
want to
like
spray tag the train tracks? Yeah, right.
Let's go to the bear cave instead.
Yeah.
How deep?
I feel like
I'm gonna get deeper in the ghost caves and just like run away as they start flying after you. Fuck you! How dare you enter my cave? That'd actually be fucking hilarious. I'm just envisioning it, someone running away, like, you know, in over their heads as like a Skyrim ghost like flies after them.
It's tomorrow, Thursday. Jeez.
So the problem is with D&D, it's the HP thing again. Like, they'd shoot like a frost bolt and it would just eviscerate a level 0 teenager.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you take 10d10 damage and are instantly dead. Sorry, this was a CR13 ghost. A pretty fucked up cave to be in your village. CR13 ghosts. It's like some Gary Gygax stuff. Dude, what's with the... There's a fucking... Isn't there like a Banshee in Phandelver?
Something like that.
Never played.
I don't remember.
Yeah, there it is.
And then I also was like, heard Banshee. I'm like, well, I'm not fucking with that. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
We knew what a Banshee was, so we were like, fuck that shit. That's such a dumb quest. I can't believe they even wrote it in. So you're supposed to talk to the Banshee to, like, tell it something, get information from it. It's like, why the fuck would anyone who knows anything about Banshees even risk that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it'll scream at me maybe, and then I'll instantly die, because I'm level 1. That sounds like fun.
Talk to it, bro. You're supposed to. You didn't read the guide?
Yeah, it's just foolishness. It's silly as fuck. Too dumb. How's that fucking town have a Banshee in it too? It's retarded.
Also, that thing with like video games and fast travel, that's already like a problem in video games.
Yeah.
Like traveling's fucking boring for a lot of them. So they just squish everything in like a tiny space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably why everything's tiny.
Imagine taking an hour to cross a town. It's just an hour away. Okay. On a horse for 1 hour, going in one direction on a road.
Yeah. That's true.
And then, are realistic towns like hours away?
In the West
Separated by an
Coast,
hour?
yeah.
I mean, on the East Coast,
sucks.
yeah, kind of. I mean, it depends which towns, but like, I mean, the next town over from here, I can think of. I don't know. Everything kind of blurs together around here because of fucking suburbia. But I mean, okay, so I have a friend who lives like in like a different area that's like 25 to 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like driving a fucking car, like, you know, on the highway. So, you know, if you were like walking, that's like literal days.
Dude, I'm so fucking envious of European people who have walkable cities.
Yeah.
Shit's so AIDS. My old job, I
New
literally
York's
had to fucking...
walkable.
Yeah, but New York's...
I've been in New York.
Like,
New York
on
is
the
also New
opposite
York,
side
yeah.
of the country, and it's New York, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My old job, I had a fucking 30-minute commute. So AIDS.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, and even when I worked at the fucking grocery store forever ago, that was like, once I moved, that was like a 25-30 minute commute.
What?
Oh, my high school. I remember my high school was a 50-minute commute.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's dog shit.
Select entry in the city. I'm in the sticks. 50 minutes. Drive to the train station. Get on the train. Get off the train. Change line. Get on the train. Get off the train. Go on the tram. Get off the tram. Go to school.
I was lucky enough to carpool, so I could just kind of like wake up and if I was feeling spicy, like use the Memorize or whatever the app was to learn other language stuff. Still sucked. Still not a fan.
You fucked up my line of action.
Oh yeah, I'm also fucking this stuff up pretty bad.
I'm drawn that I sent.
No, not yet.
I got too distracted to draw. I'm just talking now.
Nice.
Oh, it's good content.
It's us bad influence people.
Yeah, I wouldn't even pick up my pencil if we weren't recording. So
it's good influence.
Medium influence people.
Okay, fuck the sitting pose. I hate the sitting pose. I'm giving up on that pose. Let's see what pose you have. Okay, it's just the upper body.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's landmarks at least, which are nice.
I remember in the campaign when travel was tiny, people had like 3 or 4 encounters a day.
What campaign?
What are you talking about?
The mini campaign that happened in one town.
What are you talking about?
I ran a small campaign.
Oh, the one you ran. Sorry, I thought you were talking about our campaign. It's like, when the fuck did this shit happen? 3 or 4 encounters a day?
Nah. There was like a small thing. There weren't like combat encounters. Like maybe one was a combat encounter. But they could have been combat encounters. They just avoided them.
Yeah.
And it was like a town, and you can go house to house to figure out who. It was a whodunit murder thing. And you could go to the church and fight someone, or go to a neighbor and fight someone. Go to the
fight someone place.
Pharmacy. No, infirmary. Fight someone.
Yeah, fight 100 people. That's just how you power level in Kenshi. You find someone very tough and then you fucking punch them over and over. And that levels your stats up because they're higher level than you. So you get bonus XP. Oh. It's like the cheese. Yeah. It's not cheese I ever used, but that's like how people apparently do it.
It is the cheese.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but it is the cheese.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's boring as
Trying
fuck.
to imagine like a civilized setting where you could have 4 to 5 encounters in a day. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, basically.
I think you cannot call a place civilized if you can get into 5 fights in one day.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the Yakuza series?
Yakuza, they are not civilized people.
No, Kamurocho is
If you were
civilized
into
town.
Japan.
And like assholes try to fight you all the time and you beat them up.
It's
It's a dystopian.
It's also a video game, yeah.
It is dystopian, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, it's modern times.
Civilized dystopia. Okay, that's fair.
And also, like, not everyone is like serial killers in the Yakuza series, so most fights are just you beating each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that is.
Yeah, that's fine. I think, that's a good idea. Like, crime underworld probably gets to, like...
No, you're just walking on the streets, and then some asshole's like, wait, I recognize you, and they fucking chase after you.
That's because you're part of a crime syndicate.
Well, okay, but when you play as Majima, who's not in Kamurocho, people still just go out. Like, people get beat the fuck up in Kamurocho.
Okay, another
like, you
aside.
walk around and you see, like, dudes getting beat up, and you can intervene or not intervene. It's, like, on every street corner. So there's a lot of fighting. Sorry. Continue.
No, you're fine. I was kind of interrupting. D&D needs not fucking shit non-lethal combat rules.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Because, like, by Raw, it's like, oh, if you're, like, unless you're a monk, you punch somebody and you do, like, 4 damage.
No, in D&D it's too easy. You say, I attack non-lethally, and then
okay, well, yeah, that also
smack
sucks,
them.
Well, like, that's lame, but I'm saying, like, you know, by, like, you think about it, when you think about, like, oh, what's a non-lethal way to attack somebody? You fucking punch them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but then, like, the way around it is that they're like, oh, I attack non-lethally, and I just, like...
hit them with the small side of the maul.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that people are using weapons in D&D. Towns just let you stroll in with weapons in.
Yeah.
And then the unarmed combat isn't particularly engaging. It's just you deal strength, more damage.
Yeah.
It's 1.
Yeah, well, see, that's why it's fucking
Yeah, people don't die.
If you have weapons and people are armed and you pick a fight, you're like trying to die.
Yeah.
Or trying to kill.
Yeah, basically.
Like, I have a sword, but I don't want to kill you. Put the fucking sword down there. You won't.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's the thing, is that, like, if you try to, like, have, like, a city or something where they're like, yeah, you can't, like, bring weapons in, like, your party's gonna lose their fucking shit. You know? I mean, like, it kind of makes sense in some settings and stuff like that, but, like...
I just have that.
See, that was kind of the thing, is that, like...
Yeah.
There's a couple ways you could go around, like, perspective, right? You could either have it be, like, such a, like, frontier place that, like, nobody really cares. Like, that's kind of what Torb has, right? It's like, you know, nobody's really gonna, like, balk too much if they just see a dude walking around with a sword because there's, like, trolls outside.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a sword. Yeah. Or you could have it... The other thing that I was thinking about doing is, like, doing that for, like, my campaign. That would make sense in a lot of places, but in, like, more other places, I was thinking that there's, like, a campaigners guild that you literally, like, register with, and then it's like, okay, if you're part of this guild, and then, like, you know, you register with them and, like, all sorts of stuff, then they will allow you. It's like having a fucking carry permit for a gun or whatever. They will, like, let you. But then it's like, also, if you do anything bad, then, like, they've got your fucking number, basically, you know?
Yeah, they know who you are.
Yeah.
So you can't just anonymously do shit.
Yeah, you can't just fucking stab somebody, and, you know.
Of course, what if someone disguised selves and then...
Oh yeah, well, that's why, you know, D&D's a bunch of horseshit, but, you know. Too much universe-breaking magic. It's all so tiresome.
Well, it's like the detective work of figuring out, like...
Yeah.
What weapon actually killed the person.
Yeah.
I guess you maybe
just have, like, diviner detective wizards.
No. I mean, if you have a rogue, you could just like do a medicine check and be like, okay, what's the length of the blade that killed this person? And then you cross-reference the list of every asshole with like a 2-foot blade who's registered, and then try to get alibis out of them. That's how it would happen.
I mean, true. But just like the whole disguising self thing, fucking throws the clog and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, if everyone else has an alibi.
Yeah.
Right? If the shoe fits. And then there's Zone of Truth and Speak with Dead as well.
Yeah, Speak with Dead's a big...
That's not an impossible problem. I'd say that's pretty good. It's just like the edge case of like retard PCs like sneaking into town, killing people, and then fucking everything up. Right?
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what happens in that case. You know, if they question everyone in town and everyone's got an alibi, it's like, oh, fucking great. Some shithead coin jockeys came in and killed someone, and then they hopped on their wagon and ran away because they already like robbed someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the troubles they deal with. You were saying something, Pink, before I interrupted?
No, I think I was thinking of something, but
Thought's gone now.
Yeah.
Ripperino. I can't believe Detect Thoughts doesn't have a fucking saving throw. That's going to be content match as well. In 3.5e, the edition where fucking spellcasters were so overpowered that they 100% overshadowed all other classes and could do their jobs better than the marshals themselves. Even in that edition, Detect Thoughts had a saving throw. So it's unbelievable that it's not that way in 5e. Same with fucking Zone of Truth. Now, I know Zone of Truth does have a saving throw, but, you know, the Paladin knows, so it's like, you know, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, if someone says something, but the Zone of Truth hasn't ticked on yet, you just know that, like, you can't trust that statement. You just ask again once you know they failed.
It's like, oh, wait, hold on. Cast again.
Yeah. Hold him in here. Yeah.
It's not even cast again. It's like, hold on, wait 6 seconds for the repeat save. All right, now you're good. Ask the question, priest.
Yeah.
You know, in 2nd edition, the fucking cleric did not know if the person was affected by the zone or not. And that was the fucking rub. It wasn't like a silver bullet. There's this moment in campaign I watched where they like had a scroll and they cast it, and they realized that they couldn't fully trust anything anyone said under the Zone of Truth because there's a possibility that they saved, and like all the party members had rolled, but they rolled in secret. Yeah,
you have to find something that you know is a lie and get them to say it.
Yeah, well, that's thinking cleverly. That is what made the spell powerful, but still balanced.
Yeah. What color are your underwear? It's red. I swear it's red.
Check it.
Black. All right, cast it again.
Yeah. So I like that. I like that detective sleuthing kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was cool to me.
Yeah.
It's content badge, if I remember. It's all going in. I'll surely remember everything, every gripe.
When it actually comes around. What was I doing?
Yeah, fuck this shit. Too many changes. Not doing it. It's the biggest risk.
Oh, wait, okay. I want to litmus test. So for my... I was talking to like my like friends in real life about the campaign. that I was planning on running and like making characters, and I just feel like this is maybe just me being a little fucking baby, but I feel like half the time they'll like come to me with a character idea that I'm like, oh god, like that, like I don't even know if that's gonna feel like it could possibly fit in this world. I feel like that's gonna, be too silly, goofy, whatever.
Well,
Or, I don't know, it feels like I'm like struggling against like them to try to like keep.
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing. What you got to do is you got to come up with the backstory for them that they are forced to work with.
Yeah.
Like in my campaign, you're all relatives of the Grey Castles.
Yep, and maybe that's my fault. I gave them too much fucking leeway.
It's my fault too. I didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't give them any parameters. That's why they're rock and stone, the Goliath dudes from the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
which is
that
fine.
makes a little bit of sense.
It does make a little bit of sense. I would have vetoed if it was like didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I was saying I think that's the key. You gotta set parameters.
What, are all their backstories like not adding up?
I mean, they sort of are, but I think that I gave them too much, like, because it's basically what happened is that there is like, so the campaign is completely divorced from like the main continent, in a sense. I mean, it isn't, but it is. But basically, what happened is that there was a big empire that had a big power struggle recently, and the guy like ousted the guy, the new like ruler ousted the previous one, and they're still kind of like loyalist noble families, and it's a whole period of turmoil. But they have like a penal colony basically on this new island, and yeah,
penal.
come on, man, you're Australian.
Penal related to
it's a prison colony.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know what that meant?
I didn't. I've never heard of penal. I've heard of prisoner colony.
Yeah, they call it
Man,
penal.
what's with the education in Australia? The hell?
It's not a way to hear often.
But yeah, but it's more like a labor camp is what it basically is. But because there's a lot of corruption and stuff like that, and it was controlled by loyalists, so they were just rounding up people if you like basically like did anything that pissed anybody off, and sending them to this camp, basically. So that's the thing, is that like their characters all got sent to this camp.
Okay. Oh.
But
it's like
still,
it's
Skyrim.
There's enough wiggle room, kind of. Yeah, it's Skyrim-esque. There's enough wiggle room where you could do some stuff, but there's also like not a ton of wiggle room. But I still feel like it's very just like
Path of Exile has a similar thing.
Yeah.
Divinity.
Yep.
Prisoner Star.
Yeah.
Rags to Riches.
Yeah, basically.
Every single Elder Scrolls game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Ever since Morrowind, and maybe even before that.
Yeah.
Start as Prisoners released.
So I guess the restriction is come up. These are the reasons why you could go into prison.
Yeah.
Pick one. Pick a character, class, stuff.
Yeah. And it doesn't even really have to. And what I told them is that it doesn't have to be like that they're like a super illegal person. It could have just been that they like made like a political enemy, right? And then the guy had enough clout to like pull a string and just have him get fucking taken away to this island.
Yeah. So what ways are they like not
fucking it up?
Yeah, well, they're just like, I don't know, like it's like a ranger, and then he's like, oh, well, my guy, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's kind of silly, and I feel kind of bad about complaining about it. But he was saying like that he's like a ranger, and like he heard about the new continent, and like his whole thing is that he's basically just like a big game hunter ranger, and that he like literally caused a ruckus to get like free passage to the island. And his plan is to just be like, yeah, I don't care, I'm just gonna go leave. And like break out and then just go hunt big animals on the new island.
Oh, I see the rub. He's thinking that he can just break out like it's no big deal, and that's retarded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him probably not easy to break out, but
yeah, I mean, well, that's
dumb enough to try. You can play that character.
Yeah.
Restriction is you can't have higher than 10 in.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, like,
well,
I'm
wisdom.
getting like varying degrees.
10 wisdom
like,
as a ranger.
But then the other guy was like, this one makes more sense. He's like a bounty hunter, that like got like framed
Is he
for
also
something
Ranger?
in like a border town. No, he's like the gunslinger class or whatever.
What's the gunslinger class?
It's some like sort of homebrew thing. It's like fighter, but like they specialize in range combat. It's actually kind of interesting. They have like a grit thing.
Is that a Matt Mercer class?
It might be a Matt Mercer class.
Sounds like a Matt Mercer class. Well, is it horribly OP? If so, it's Matt Mercer class.
I don't know if it's horribly OP or not. It doesn't seem like it would be too horribly OP, but
yeah, this one on D&D's got grit. I think it's
that sounds good.
It doesn't tell me where it's homebrewed from. Oh, Critical Role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one fucking dude with the white hair or whatever. It's like a gunslinger.
What's his name? Percival.
I don't know his name.
I watched the show. Never watched the campaign or whatever. But yes, that kind of makes sense.
Dude, I tried watching the show. I bounced off super hard.
Yeah, it was okay.
And I literally stopped in the first episode. Or I saw someone else watching it, and I like decided never to watch it. They're in like some manor. I was like, oh, it's a bunch of fucking random ass PCs all waiting around for no reason together. They're all kooky and zany.
Yeah, it's a little zany. But yeah, I don't know. So I feel like I should maybe retool to start in a different direction or something like that. But I feel kind of shitty because I already told him all that. But now it's like...
It's like traveling to the island. Suddenly, the ship sinks and your souls are transported into the bodies of these pre-made characters.
Yeah, well, not like that. But...
starting to encounter the butthole wizard problem. I understand.
Yeah, well, and there's this one guy, again, like a friend, but I know that he's just gonna, like, do something fucking stupid.
I think the butthole wizard is your fault, Torb. It's not Ralph's fault that you don't like butthole wizard. It's your fault. You should have just said no.
Yeah,
I should have.
Fair enough.
I'll own that L.
No, you're not owning it because you're saying, okay, but now I'll unfairly interpret all his abilities.
That's me owning the L, bro.
That's not owning it. It's just putting it on him. It's not fair.
Oh, he can re-roll. It's fine. Oh, that's right. He's not here.
It's not here. He can't re-roll.
That's right. That's correct. You gotta be like, you gotta not be like me, Veth. You gotta stop the butthole wizard before it gets in the campaign.
I feel like I already kind of have. But then I'm also fucking annoyed because then it's like I said, like, okay, well, just like work with me, tell me about it, because then I'll like work in fun stuff and tell you cool things, and I literally haven't heard shit from like almost anybody.
Yeah.
Except for like one guy, and it's just like, all right.
It's because you don't have a ETA. It's a problem.
I know. Well, I know, but there's like so many different people who are like, we have like a cyberpunk campaign we play every once in a while. It's like that G system. They're running, then like somebody else is DMing another D&D campaign, and it's like I'm not fucking done either. But it's like if I had more shit to work off of, I could kind of like, have a better direction to go in. Or like focus my efforts to like, I gotta like.
Look, if you want them to get back to you, here's what you gotta do. You make a player handout. You fucking give them all a player handout. You say we're playing as soon as everyone can get together within the next 3 weeks. You'd hear them. They'd talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other annoyance is that I gave all the player handouts. A couple people read it, no problems. But then a couple things was like deliberately misreading the handouts. Like said they read it and then came to me and just like had a bunch of wrong things.
They're trying to spawn butthole wizards.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, this person's
just a fucking perfectionist. I guess I'm just a control freak or something. I don't know.
What did Torb say?
Ribcage too huge.
Didn't hear it again.
Yeah,
Ribcage too big.
Okay, there you go.
And this person clearly can't be that big. I think it's like a weird angle thing. It's fucking up my drawing. I'm just gonna have the tinier ribcage. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Scheduling with people is hard.
Yep.
If you can't like walk up to the house and like serve them.
Yeah.
Fucking bang on their door.
Mean, for me, that's kind of a fucking option. I could do that, but it's like, I'm fucking busy. I wish I wasn't as busy as I am.
Makes sense.
I feel like I don't get shit out of my being busy. But that's a whole other different fucking.
Okay, I think I'm done with this figure.
Okay, bye everyone.
Well, I was trying to decide if I wanted to end the episode because it's 40 minutes in. I think maybe we should. I don't know. Any final thoughts? Any tangents? I could doodle for a little bit.
Just be complaining about people.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that?
I don't fucking know.
Ask them to ask nicely.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it, then fuck it.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Someone else can do it.
Basically. That's kind of where I am, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a little bit of excitement, but like not much excitement. So, I don't know. Part of me wants to be like, oh, maybe I'll just like DM for you guys for a little bit, but I don't know. Coming off of the back of Torb DM, I feel like I'd fucking drop the ball and be a shitty DM. Like, what?
I am the ultimate shitty DM. Do not worry.
I don't think so. No, that's not true.
I want to DM my game, and I don't know who wants to play it.
I'd be fine playing it. Look, if this campaign ends, I'm gonna need fucking time for the content patch. So, I'm open for things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll play test the only martial skills that I have.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to fucking content patch it too. Because I think that's another fucking headache for me about this. Is that like, I'm getting fucking sick of like default 5e. I kind of just fucking hate it.
Well, I love homebrewing
it. I've giga content patched.
Yeah.
Like spellcasting, that's where I'm taking that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. These stats are where I'm taking that out.
That's kind of
everything in this book, I'm taking it out. I'm running it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I did in my thing. I made it so like casters function completely differently. I just grabbed a bunch of piecemeal stuff that's already kind of exists in the book to try to like make it so I'm not doing a ridiculous amount of work. But I feel like that it's not going to really solve the fucking problem because I still have to deal with the whole like there is a spell list of a billion fucking spells, and that's my biggest gripe with like spellcasting. It's spellcasting, but it's the fact that there's this giant list of a billion different fucking spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Change the system and the economy around it, but I can't like. It takes a lot more work to. Mix that up.
Oh, okay, so you're talking about the spell selection itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to fucking giga content patch.
Yeah,
come up with your own spells.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, I think I want to expand on my point before when I said buffs weren't doing enough.
Yeah, sure.
When I think what I meant by that is that they're not interesting.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
You're just adding numbers, which in a video game and for like optimizing a combat makes sense. You want to do that, but in like role playing, it's not very interesting.
I mean, I kind of get that. But, like, if we're thinking about effects that are not numerical buffs, like, that's just, like, terrain features, maybe status effects, and summons. Right.
I think a good example is polymorph is a fun buff.
Yeah, until you get turned into a sheep and your friends get fucking their ass beat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that. But when it's a buff, when it's used as a buff, it's fun.
It's fun for somebody.
Oh man, Can you imagine combat where the enemies have polymorph? No, I get what you mean. It's an interesting buff. It completely changes your character. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Literally.
I was thinking about a shaman class. Where they actually had the totems, like the fucking World of Warcraft shamans, whatever. I think that'd be interesting. But I feel like the totems would probably do either, area of effect things or numerical buffs, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Look, haste is a 3rd level spell, so it's like when...
I mean, well, haste is fucking good.
Haste is good. Did someone cast haste on me, please?
Well, no one can cast haste.
Me and Torb have been through this. Yeah, nobody can cast haste.
The bard hasted once this campaign because she had a potion of haste.
Yeah,
I see.
Which, by the way, the arcane ones still exist. You can just buy a potion's haste.
How much? How much fucking expensive would that be through?
It'd be one price level higher than whatever the normal one is, so pretty expensive, but also consumables cost less than. So
Yep.
But yeah, it'd be pretty.
I mean, if we did give fucking Pink a haste potion, fucking sick.
Hey, dominate that one combat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Make the dragon even more trivial.
Mm-hmm.
I think a philosophy for like abilities and buffs are things that change the way you play to some degree.
Well, I mean, that's really tough, though.
Otherwise, just give it to them from the get-go.
No, because the interesting thing is adding the numbers.
I don't think that's interesting to me.
It's not interesting, but it's like a monkey brain, like, whoo, number go up.
Yeah, everyone's got +2 to hit. That's just awesome.
Yeah, make that an aura.
But turning it on and off is
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Is that, at least from playing like Warhammer, look, they put a lot of fucking auras in the game, and it was awful. It was so fucking terrible.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because they literally just call it like Aura Hammer. And like, see, some aura stuff is fine, but like, you had to do all this bullshit. Yeah. But you had to do all this bullshit, and you had to be like, oh, well, this unit always has to be within 3 inches of this commander, or blah, 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 and it was just like, and then and you like stack like auras on people and all this shit, and it was so fucking miserable. And they've toned it back now to where it's not that bad, but
yeah.
I don't know. That's in like a turn-based thing, having a bunch of auras is kind of a recipe for that to happen again. And I think that is terrible.
Yeah. Because the way I imagine it is either the tiny bonus saves you 1 turn of attacking, or 2, and depending on which one it is, you could just abstract it easier as like just attack again or something.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Or just like this next attack kills them if they're half HP. Just a big effect.
Well, that'd be a little too big. But I get what you mean. That's a pretty good one. I know in Stone Shard, there's like this battle cry where it's like a combination of 2 tiny effects, which gives a good effect. Basically, you use the ability, everyone nearby takes a minuscule amount of psychic damage. Like almost, I don't even know why they were keeping track of it, minuscule type. Then you, because it's a single player game, you get combat strength, and the opponents who get affected by the battle cry get combat weakness, and it's basically you are up 10% with your damage and a bunch of other random stats, and the opponents are down by that equivalent thing, so it's like a 20% buff total. But then on top of that, there's another feature which combos with this feature where it's like whenever you use a combat tactician ability, you for the next 2 turns get plus 10% to hit. So it's like pretty okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking in Diablo 2, like Diablo 2 has like hero characters that can kill gods, but like the level 1 ability for Necromancer, the curse, is like you do double physical damage on things you point at.
That's a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah. But like...
That's all they get.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the Hex spell, kind of, but like more powerful?
Grave Domain Cleric literally has exactly that.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
For everyone hitting a thing.
If everyone got double damage, that would be crazy.
It's that you curse them, and then it's like the next time that they take damage, they have vulnerability to that damage.
Oh.
Like it ends like right after they take it, that damage. But like basically just doubles the next
I hold my action for the rogue's turn.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you do that, and then they go poof, and then the rogue just hits this person and annihilates them.
You just have 2 rogues.
The monk holds his action to punch the second that spell lands.
That's hilarious.
Finally, my punch does damage.
Deal on the Mojo. And the Sorcerer has a static thing where it just halves the enemy's HP.
You know what? Hold Person does that. Hold Person makes all attacks critical hits against the target, and they lose all their actions.
Yeah. But it's a save will suck.
Yeah, it's save or die is what it fucking really is.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't if it just made him crit and didn't do the other thing and maybe more generous save, then it would be like similar to what I had in mind.
Yeah, like Constitution
so
save.
The enemy can still do stuff, but it's a big effect. And it's worth...
The only thing is that it's so fucking big. Like, I just imagine, like, the party... Okay, imagine our party. They, like, bring a level 2 wizard or whatever to cast that spell on, like, the dragon, and the dragon fails their save, goes port or something. I don't know. Yeah. That dragon is dying that turn. If they're taking auto crits from every single hit that hits until, like, the end of its next turn or some shit, or the wizard's next turn, I guess, that dragon's fucking doomed. Do you remember how much damage you guys did to the fucking 200 HP, like, mini-boss? Dragons don't usually have 200 HP. For the most part. Well, adult ones. You know what I mean.
I think, you're right on that. I think you have to shift numbers to make that work.
It's either that or, like, you throw so many enemies at the party that they're forced to use these cheesy, powerful abilities. Which
the idea is that you're balancing an action against an attack. Right? That's like the default win the encounter action. So if you can make something that in some situations is better than an attack, and in some situations is not, then I
like
think
Fireball.
Decent spell. No. Fireball's always fucking better. That's why I don't think it's a good spell.
That's fair.
Like,
I mean,
I should cast
the more
Shatter.
I think about it, the more I'm just like, I fucking hate spellcasting. At least in the way it works, the game.
I don't know, I kind of like
especially from like a DM perspective. Well, I mean, I like parts about it, but I don't.
It's very fantastical. You felt like a real wizard in second edition. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that we talked about before is like everybody's like a wizard now.
Real wizard. Sorry to break it to you, Torb, but
You didn't go to Hogwarts?
Hogwarts Legacy cancelled.
I actually made a Hogwarts Legacy joke in my videos. It's awesome. That sounds weird. So there's this trans character in the game. You beat him up, and I was like, I'm gonna use your money to buy Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my god.
I didn't get canceled. I think nobody watched the video, but it was very funny in the moments, I will say.
That's awful. Good job.
Look, that person was evil, okay? That's why it was okay to make the edgy joke.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
They like sent women to get like fucking sex slavery.
No.
They're the most evil trans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the thing with hold person is that it's very unclear at what point it would be better than an attack because they'd save or suck.
Well, no. Strong disagree. It's almost always better than attack for a wizard. You know, smack him with your
for a wizard. Yeah. But like a wizard can. When I mean attack, the wizard's default is maybe like casting.
Well, let's do some math.
Missile thing.
So you have like
you have to do math. Figure it out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you get a basic grasp. Basically, hold person is worth if they fail 2 saving throws, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have your wizard, you have DC 13, so the odds of a normal person with +0 is what? They have to roll 13. So that's like a 40% chance of success for them, or a 60% chance your shit works. So 0.6 times 0.6. So 36% chance this ability instantly kills the enemy. Because if they fail 2 saves, they're fucked. At that point, it doesn't even matter anymore. Right? Because they fail their initial save and then they've lost a turn, which means they're going to be paralyzed for a long time. Like 2 rounds, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a 36% chance to kill anyone who has 10 wisdom and no proficiency. So I'd say that's a pretty decent-ish spell.
Yeah, here's the math on the curse. Takes 4 turns to kill something attacking. I can cast Curse to double physical and spend 3 turns killing it. Right? It's easy. You can see the value. And it's like very intuitive. It
dies faster.
Is that...
it dies faster.
Okay, hold up. I don't think that's even true. So let's say you do 25 damage, right? And a monster has 100 HP. If you were to...
Yeah.
No, that is 3 turns. You're correct. You've got me.
Yeah, it doubles the damage. If it takes less than 4 turns, then I probably wouldn't risk casting it. Takes more, then it's even more worth.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
It's a value proposition. Just keeps adding up.
Mm-hmm. I'll cast it on a big thing, but probably not on a goblin. I can take 2 seconds deciding my turn. I cast missiles.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. I mean, I like it better than Hold Person, which is like super dead or no effect.
Yeah. Should I cast him? I also have this thing that can give you +2 to your next hit, or maybe I just cast magic missiles, or fuck you. Take your turn already. Right?
Man.
Yeah. Is there anything in D&D that takes 4 turns to kill?
4 turns to kill? Oh, a lot of things, right?
Maybe? I don't know. If there's like an ogre.
Maybe?
There's things that take 1 turn to kill, and things that take more than 4 turns. So in that spectrum, I imagine there's something that takes 4 turns to kill. You know?
Yeah, I suppose.
Can't imagine it just sleeps.
Yeah, you know what? I'm growing warmer to this vulnerability spell.
Man, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, wow, if just not every class was like spellcaster that was kind of the same, exactly the same as wizard,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate spellcasting as much.
Well,
do in its current form.
all the classes are samey. All the marshals, they're samey, except for the barbarian, who is really tanky, and the rogue, who just is also tanky.
Should have battle shields.
Huh?
So the barbarian should have battle shields.
No, that's what my homebrew class is going to have.
Well, I know, but
barbarian can't have it.
I know, okay, but I'm saying, like,
make it a barbarian.
If your homebrew thing didn't exist, then barbarian should have shields.
Yeah, I feel like a fighter should have shields. Oh, actually, you know what? A barbarian having that kind of makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
It's not like a leadership thing. It's like a force of charisma thing.
Yeah, there's a and then you're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of.
All right, on that note, I'm actually ending the episode because we've hit the hour mark. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Torb Rise. Bye.
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 I like talking.
I like talking too.